Prairie Dog Care, the cage. Here we have a cage from Quality Cages. I like this because it has a 1" by 1/2 inch opening, which is preferred for people who have prairie dogs. The ones that are 3 inches by, say, 1.5, what happens is they stick their little faces in there to get your attention, and they will have a sore that gets rubbed across the bridge of their nose by their eyes and can actually create some sores and sores inside of the skull cavity, which can actually lead to death. I've heard it's very slow and very painful, so if you can avoid getting the larger openings, that would be great. We have here a pot that was custom made for us to fit in the corner for their hay. It was made by Mississippi Mud Pottery out of Alton, Illinois. It is not glazed, so it's got a little bit of a rough texture to it. They love to run their teeth across that, helping them file down. And while they're rooting in their hay, that helps file down their toenails also. We have a parrot toy in here, wood block with twine. Alright, into our second tier here from Quality Cages is a very large wheel. What I like about this wheel is it's wide open for the prairie dog. Sometimes people get the wheels that are too small for them. It has the enclosed piece with a post coming out of here. And I have actually heard of prairie dogs that when they get excited, get in, start running, since they can't get their back because of the post, that they've actually broken their backs. So I really like this wheel from Quality Cages. We also have where it's set up with the drop pan on it. We like that. It's easier cleanup. And we try to stay away from things like cedar. That's not really found in their natural habitat. Some prairie dogs will have allergic reactions to cedar. I prefer the water bottle that has the ball on it. There's some new water bottles now that actually are weighted balls or magnet balls. Keeps it from the dripping. There are the ferret ones that have that post. They will use them. However, I think it kind of aggravates their teeth. If you notice, prairie dogs' teeth kind of have a little bit of a gap in it, and I think sometimes that post gets caught. I was inspired by the ferret hammies for their bedding. What I didn't like about the store-bought was all that extra fuzziness inside. One of the leading deaths for prairie dogs is actually respiratory problems, and we were having problems with them getting that lint and fuzz actually in their noses and having problems coughing it up. So I basically make these. It's just like sewing a pillowcase, so that it's nice and warm for them, but it's breathable, so when they're all in there with all the socks, they have no problem getting air. I prefer old socks because it doesn't have a lot of lint. However, they can carry them around. They move them all over the cage, and it keeps them nice and warm during the winter time. So here we are in Mingus's cage. He's our 10-year-old. We have a couple different parrot toys. This one here is nice. It came with nuts and seeds in it, which just kind of got rid of that. This one here I really, really like. It's got the rope on it and different things for him to chew on. He's got, of course, his little corner bowl of his hay. There's his hammy. I believe he's in there snoozing. And we put the hammy on top of a ceramic plate. You can get it at any hardware store. Just sometimes he gets hot and he kicks out the socks, and that way he's not sitting on that rough grate. Well, I believe this is it for the cage segment of Prairie Dog Care. This is the first segment of probably a series of